We are ready to explore some more incredible trails in the Alps. Hello and welcome back to the PTP 4x4 video, and you join us on this absolutely incredible mountain pass road leading us from Italy, where we spent yesterday exploring the highest road in Europe. So if you haven't seen that video, please do go and check it out, because that was a pretty epic trail. Now we are heading into France, the French region of the Alps, to tackle another trail that we have found. We have literally just got back into France now, but the scenery has been pretty spectacular. On this drive, we've actually bumped into one of my Instagram followers, so he pulled over and we had a quick chat, had a look at his Fiat Panda 4x4, and that was pretty damn cool. But we're about an hour and 43 minutes away from the start of the next trail, which I'm sure will not disappoint. But I'm just looking ahead, actually. I'm going to turn the camera now. As you can see, the ribbon of tarmac going up the side of the mountain. We're just about to go up there. So this road so far today, this drive has definitely not disappointed. It has been pretty damn awesome. And just a side note, the new radiator that I fitted, the correct one, believe it or not, is keeping my car nice and cool. I've not had any overheating issues whatsoever. So yeah, that's good. But yeah, we're just about now to enter this ribbon of tarmac, hairpin galore, scrabbling for grip, beautiful waterfall coming down the side. Lawrence is really struggling in his Suzuki Grand Vitara. He just does not have the power to get up these steep sections, especially the fact that we're all so heavily loaded up with camping equipment, tools and spares and what have you. Oh man, this is stunning. Chuck it into this. Oh, that would almost be a first gear, but no. The Abarth engine pulling me out. My poor drive shafts will not be happy with that. And then the views. And then the views are just brilliant. Oh. These are the kind of things we do not get in the UK. Another little waterfall there. I was not expecting roads like this today. And the only reason we have taken this road is because on the way to this area we had to go through a toll tunnel, and none of us fancy paying another €54 to drive through it. So we thought, right, well, let's take the longer route. And the longer route did not disappoint. But it did play havoc on two of the cars in our group, both of them being the reliable Japanese off-roaders, believe it or not. Jamie was suffering with overheating issues and had to have his heater on full blast to try and keep the car nice and cool. And Lawrence in the Grand Vitara had a dodgy fuel gauge and it was starting to read very low, and we were nowhere near a petrol station. So it was now a case of trying to find a petrol station before Lawrence ran out, or negotiate a price for one of my spare jerry cans.
13 miles of hard climbing.
Right, here we are.
Potentially.
Hello everyone. Right, Loza has a problem.
I don't know how much fuel I've got. Me and Aaron use about the same. He's in the red. The Italians are shutting their petrol stations because they've got to sleep. There's one 13 miles away and it's a very, very steep climb.
13 miles.
What do you want to do, Loz?
It's a tricky one. I mean, I did just bang on my fuel tank and it sounds very empty.
Oh, no, we'll leave it up to you.
How much is your fuel now if I take it before I break down?
80 quid.
80 quid. How much is it if I break down?
Well, supply and demand, he needs it, so this is premium.
It is a bit steep.
10 litres of Pedro the Panda branded fuel. That's reasonable.
I bet it's not even 95 octane. I bet it's low.
It is premium.
SO 99 octane premium. That's the only thing this girl gets.
10 litres. I mean, you know, it's what?
If we do it for
£1.50 a
75,
litre.
it'd be nice.
So it's 15 quid really. 15 quid of fuel. I'll risk the breakdown, I think.
Just pulled over to get some fantastic shots of the scenery. We've established that Lawrence is critically low on fuel. This could be a major breakdown. Stay tuned. And risk it he did. Luckily, the views while driving to the petrol station 13 miles away were pretty damn spectacular, but Lawrence in the Suzuki Grand Vitara was driving very gingerly, and that's no pun intended. But frustratingly, he made it to the petrol station. Lawrence is very happy because he has just about made it to the petrol station. He does not need to buy one of my jerry cans from me. He's very smug. His brakes have overheated though. After the petrol station, we were in the final stages before reaching our next trail. So, we are only 29 minutes away, and again, beautiful, beautiful roads. Just climbed up a lovely mountain pass, switched back hairpins all the way up. Currently 1,600 meters above sea level, so still got plenty to climb. But yeah, this is lovely. But unfortunately, the lovely driving came to an abrupt halt when we had a slight issue in our plan. So, as is quite often with these adventures, the plan has changed. The road leading up to that trail, unfortunately, is closed, so we won't be able to go there tonight. But we think we have found a place to camp the night. It's looking pretty good down here, so we're just going to try and find an appropriate place to camp up, and then we can chill out for the evening. So this is the area that we have decided to stop in tonight. Completely tucked out the way. Beautiful views, mountains over there. But there was just no way we would be able to get to the trail. The potential was a diversion, but by the time we got there, it would have been too late. So yeah, we're just going to pitch up here. No other option. But there's been worse places to spend the night. Often trails are closed temporarily while they're doing some maintenance work, and that's exactly what was happening here. So that's why we had to pitch up camp for the night. But we made the most of it. We made some homemade burgers, we chilled out around a campfire, and we settled down for the night. It was now the next morning, and things got off to a bad start. We all had to share a public compost toilet, which was not a pretty sight, although it did have instructions on how to use it. Jamie had some issues where his CB radio stopped working.
So it's been fixed or repaired? Oh, that is professional. That is really professional. Yeah, no wonder Aaron hired you.
Yeah, I do all the electrical repairs at work, if you can tell.
Yeah, so you could build, wiring looms, ECU, stuff like that.
Yeah,
you get jobs.
Everyone comes to me to do that.
Yeah. Wow, no. Fantastic. Well, at least you're working.
Yeah, the best thing is, Loza,
yes?
I couldn't tell you at all what colour's which.
I know. I know, and I can't actually tell where you've done the repair either.
I know, it's good, isn't it?
Amazing. Right, well, let's hit the road.
We then worked our way back down the mountain into the nearest town, where we found a supermarket, and it was time for me to get revenge on Jamie. If you would have watched my first video from this trip, you would have seen that Jamie bought me a washing line as a present. Well, now it's time to get my own back. Jamie.
Good news.
Tonight you didn't look very comfortable, so I bought you a nice chair.
Is it a deck chair?
It is, and it
Wow.
you recline and everything. I thought.
I can use that at the top of the mountain, do a bit of sunbathing.
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly what you've got options of how much reclining you
really
want.
thought about this.
You're welcome. That is now yours. Okay? Enjoy it.
Right. Thanks, Aaron.
No, that'd be fine.
Look at that. Perfect. That is spot on.
That was really thoughtful, Aaron. It's really nice of you.
Thank you, Aaron.
That's really nice.
And now we're back on the main road. We are 1 hour and 52 minutes away from the next trail. So as I said yesterday, the trail that we wanted to do, the road leading to it was shut for maintenance. And then looking at the diversion, it would have been just way too long. So anyway, luckily there's a few trails close by. The actual distance to the trail itself is only about 12 kilometers, but because it's on the other side of a mountain, we had to do a massive detour around the mountain, so it's 70 kilometers long, but at least the views are really nice and pretty, so can't complain too much. So should arrive about 1:30, probably have one stop, And then time to tackle another trail. After pulling over for a spot of lunch, we broke out the off-roading Atlas and we found a spicy looking lane. So with a destination in mind, we hit the roads and they also did not disappoint. And that beautiful snow-covered mountain ahead of us was in fact Mont Blanc, the highest mountain in the whole of Europe. So it looks as though we have just got to the start of the next trail, which is right next to a ski lift. And this is where this video ends. We have just made it to the start of a trail called Col du Motet, and it was a seriously impressive trail. You do not want to miss it, and it got pretty dangerous at some points, which you'll see in the next video, to the point where I thought one of us wasn't even going to make it back down. Anyway, that's a video not to miss. Thank you very much for watching this video. I hope you've enjoyed all the content you've seen from this trip so far. Please subscribe to the channel, comment your thoughts down below, hit that bell icon as well so you know when I upload the next video of this trip. And thank you again for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.